What's up, guys? Trev here, and today I am taking a look at the newest set of car culture. It is timeless icons. It just half the set just went off the table. It's fine. We'll get them later. Yeah, here's the set. There's that if you want to try and find it in store. I've seen only this one and this one in store. The other three are new castings, and they have been getting gobbled up. Let me try and grab the two ones. Oh, they are all the way down there. I'll worry about that later. That's a problem for another time. We're going to take a look at the Porsche Carrera GT. This is the first one of the set. Timeless icons. It's the final set of car culture for 2025. This is it. The 7th set. They are finishing strong. It's going to bug me. I got to get these. Hold on. I can't reach them. I gotta actually get up. Look at this car while I do this. Okay. Yeah. So this is the final set of car culture for 2025. I'm gonna open these anyway, which is why I recklessly threw them. There we go. All right. Let's do this for real. All right. Back down. First one of the set, this is actually number 3 of 5. This is the Porsche Carrera GT. It's actually a premium debut. First time they've released it with a metal base. And yeah, I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, so Porsche Carrera GT. This car itself, they're just under 1,300 units produced of it, and this model was produced from 2003 to 2006. It has a 5.7-liter V10 with a 6-speed manual transmission. It outputs 603 horsepower and 435 pound-feet of torque with a top speed of 208 miles per hour, so it is quite fast. This casting originally released, as I said, I didn't say that, but it originally released in 2006. And this is the first release of it since 2017. It was released in a 5-pack, and we have not seen it since. But now we have it again, and like I said, it is a premium debut, so it is the first time they have a metal chassis. The copyright date is 2006. The sun is like right behind me, so I don't know how this video is going to turn out in terms of lighting. If I move over, you can maybe see more of the detail, sure, but I have to like completely move out of the frame. So here is the car, and that's just not going to work. It is in a nice yellow color. The vents in the back there, they're actually textured. I don't know if they're decaled over. Looks like they actually are, to give that sort of a texture, which is cool. It's nice looking. The gray 5 spokes on it. You have a black base, and it does kind of have that carbon fiber look to it in the printing. You have the back Carrera GT with the taillights. You have a third brake light there. Got some reflectors on the side here. There's the front with the Porsche headlights. You have the Porsche badge. You have the front, the grille there. Interior looks to be black. Not much with deco going on. It is just yellow with some plain printing. It's not bad. My one complaint is that this casting itself is just, well, the big issue is that because it's older, it has the enlarged rear wheel in the back. So the proportions of this casting are a bit thrown off, per se. Oh, look at it in the light. Look at that. Not bad looking. This is probably my least favorite, only because the proportions are a bit thrown off from the back wheel. But it is a very cool car. Definitely a timeless icon. And yeah, not bad. There's some guff there in the back. I think it looks like that might be some... I don't know. It's not bad. It's just the casting isn't my favorite. All right, number 2 of 5. This is the only pre-existing premium casting in here. The Koenigsegg Agera R. So the Agera was produced from 2011 to 2018, where it was eventually succeeded by the Jesko. But the Agera R was produced from 2011 to 2014. The name comes from a Swedish verb, which translates to act. This car is a 5.0-liter twin turbocharged V8 that outputted 947 horsepower. That might not be right in my notes. I may have mistyped that. It may actually be something a little less. Anyway, what is besides the point is that if you make this car run on E85, the power output increases to 1,124 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower. That is a lot of muscle under this car. It's a lot of power. It also has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Actually, it's the only car in this video that does not have a 6-speed manual. Every other car, this one, this one, this one, this one, they all have 6-speed manuals. This one does not. So that's cool. This casting released in 2014. It was in a Need for Speed mix, and it didn't get another release until 6 years later because, well, the first version was kind of not great. It had the really bad wagon wheel 6-spoke rail riders. I think it was in, like, pop culture. Didn't look that good. And, yeah, this car broke 6 land speed records for a production car during testing. This is a very powerful car. And yeah, I'm going to get this in the light a little bit. I'm just going to like move over. You can see it's a nice metal flake purple. It's really cool. You have the black 5 spokes. Now this version is inspired by the Zijian spec, which is a 1-of-1 spec of the Agera R that was sold in China. Definitely a Ron Wong thing. Ron Wong was based in Hong Kong on the Mattel team for a while, so there's a chance he may have seen this car in person. Very much a Ron Wong pick. You know, this set has Ron Wong. I think Ron Wong did all of these the new castings that I have here. But this is definitely like a Ron Wong set, and it makes me excited for the future. You have the carbon fiber esque base there on the bottom. The only difference between really this and the actual Zijian spec, I'm trying to get it in the light, and I'm being blinded by the sun. You can see the striping here is more of like a lime green. In real life, it's actually an orange color. It's not really a lime green. You have a separate piece for the spoiler, and it's actually purple, and they tried to replicate the metal flake look there. You have the Koenigsegg Ghost. There you have all the deco, the striping. You have the front here with the Koenigsegg headlights. All that. And this casting, once again, does have an enlarged rear wheel. I don't think it looks too bad. It really doesn't. Because this car, I don't know. I mean, I would prefer it to have same-size wheels, but I don't think it throws it off as much as the Carrera GT. And then here's the back with the taillights and all that fun stuff. This one's not bad. I like the Zijian Tribute, or the Zijian. It's spelled Z-I-J-I-N. It's a 1-of-1 spec that was sold to someone in China. That's what this car is. I do like the color, though. I love purple. Alrighty. Let's get this trash out of the way. And when I mean trash, I mean actual packaging material. We're going to do, well, we just have new castings. Let's do the LFA. Number 5 of 5. What was the Koenigsegg? The Porsche was 3. The Koenigsegg was 2. This one is 5 of 5. The Skyline's 4. Oh, Skyline's the Chase, by the way. Do I have the Chase? Of course not. The Chase is all, I think, go to Malaysia, and hobby dealers just don't get them. We have the Lexus LFA. Number 5 of 5. Brand new casting. I think Ron Wong did all 3 of these castings, which makes sense because they're all really good. All right. So, the LFA. This car, in real life, very limited production. They only made 500 of them between late 2010 to 2012. But they started developing this car in like 2000. So it took them like a decade to fully design this and actually get it released. There were so many prototypes and concepts that were developed throughout the decade. This has a 4.8 liter even firing V10 with a 6-speed manual. And even firing means the cylinders all fire at the same time, because this has an internal combustion engine, so they have cylinders, and even firing means that they all fire at the same time. This has 552 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque with a top speed of 203 miles an hour. So once again, it's very fast. Casting looks good. It is in a nice white color. I'm going to move in just so you can get the... I can't even see my phone screen. I hope you can kind of see it. It is a nice white color. You once again have... Oh, the sun's actually kind of moving now, so you can... I don't have to, like, move over to show you. You do have the light gray wheels. Once again, I've complained. I'm not going to do it too much on this video. I don't quite like how this light gray wheel looks. It looks very plastic-like and cheap. I don't know. It's been my main gripe with recent car culture sets. I'd rather them just do like you know, chrome. They did that like silver finish in 2021 for a bit and then they stopped. I don't know if that was due to cost. Look at the mirrors. Look how he did the mirrors on this. That's like really impressive. That looks really good. You have some black printing there. More printing along the side. Here's the back. You have the taillights done up. The triple exhaust there in the back. The spoiler is actually a separate plastic piece. You have a red interior in this as well. So you got a very nice crisp spoiler. It looks really good. Here's the other side. Here's the front, which looks really good. It's a really nice version, the LFA. It sits better. Matchbox did the LFA a couple of years ago, and it does not look very good. It's quite bad. I don't like it. It just looks very odd. This looks proper. This looks really nice. Very big fan of this casting. This looks really, really good. Nice to get a proper LFA from Mattel. All right. The would-be chase. If this was an all-black, you found the chase. This is the Nissan Skyline GT-R V-Spec 2, the BNR34. Messed up the corner when when it went behind there. It's fine. We're opening them anyway. It's not like it matters. Alrighty. Love this color. I just want to say this color. Oh my gosh, the metal flake blue. That's beautiful. That is just beautiful. So this is a brand new Skyline casting. Some actual nice chassis detail. So the R34, this is the 5th generation, and it would actually be the final generation of the Nissan Skyline GT-R. And this version was produced from 1999 to 2002. The V in V-Spec stands for victory. Yay. There were about 1,855 V-Spec 2s made. This has a 2.6 liter twin turbocharged V6 with a 6-speed manual. And the differences between the standard R... Actually, I brought out the old R34 casting. This is not the V-Spec, so it looks a lot different. You can see there are plenty of differences. I'm going to move it off to the left. You can just see the way the casting sits, the way it looks. It's a completely different casting. Completely different casting. And that's because the V-Spec 2 is actually different from the standard R34. That actually has an ATT ESA ETS Pro system and an active limited slip differential, as well as more firm suspension. And here's the big thing, the big difference. It's lower to the ground. Sorry, I was getting something in my throat. I'm going to take my camera off the tripod for 2 seconds just to show you the difference in stance. Yeah, that's really low. That's much lower than that guy. And that is one of the key changes for the... Okay, you're going into the Whoa, what is going on here? I shouldn't do it like that. I should just... Okay. There we go. Okay. Very impromptu video in terms of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, it is lower to the ground, but the that's the differences between the regular R34 and the what's the name of this thing again? The V-Spec 2 or the V-Spec 1. There goes some sort of emergency vehicle. The V-Spec 2, the main differences between the V-Spec 1 and the V-Spec 2 is more stiff suspension, so even stiffer, because they stiffened the suspension from the regular R34 to the V-Spec 1. They stiffened it even more in the V-Spec 2, and they also gave it larger rear brakes. So this has the black 5 spokes, which looks really nice. Like I said, if you find this in all black, it is the chase. I think I'd like the blue one more because this color is really nice. So badging on the side there, you have the headlights, which look nice, look cool, look great. We might have a bit of tampo slide. Maybe with this headlight, it looks a little raised. You have the black indent there. Also, this had a carbon fiber hood, I believe. VS2 on the license plate, which looks nice. Oh no, there's a quality issue. This thing is cracking. There's some cracks there in the license plate. You can see them right there. It's just weathered. It's not a massive deal, but I do have to point out any issues that I see. Here's the back with the iconic taillights. The R34 is so super iconic. Of course, it was in Fast and Furious. Paul Walker, the one that Paul Walker drove. The spoiler is actually plastic, and you get some black printing up here as well. A lot of these castings have separate plastic spoilers, which is nice. It makes it a little more crisp. It looks nice. I really like this. I mean, the R34 has been done a lot by Hot Wheels, but this is a really welcome new casting. It looks really cool. Also, you do have the side mirrors. Ron Wong always doing side mirrors. Okay, final one. Ferrari F50. Ferrari is back, and they're coming back with a vengeance. That's actually what I have all over here. I have all the modern Ferrari castings. So if you don't know, Hot Wheels and Ferrari, they made cars for a while until 2014, which was their final year, and then Hot Wheels and Ferrari, they split. Ferrari, and then I believe signed an exclusive deal with like the Mei Chong Group, to where Mei Chong Group would be like the sole licensors of Ferrari. Mei Chong Group being the parent company of Milestone Bibarago. Although you did have some companies like Tomica and like Tarmac Works, they would sub-license from Mei Chong. But this year it was announced that Hot Wheels and Ferrari were coming back together, and it's exciting because let me show you what we've gotten so far. Okay, so we had the Heritage set. This is like RLC quality. You had the, what was this one again? The 312P with the opening rear. I would demonstrate it, but it doesn't want to open, and that's okay. I'm not going to, no, I'm going to make it. Look at that. I did a video on this. I think I've done a video on most of these, at least the premium ones. This came with the 499P Modificata with the removable back. Very nice set, really cool. It was $100, but I do like it a lot. Basic, we've had the SF90 Stradale. Very nice. Very nice casting. It's actually, all the Ferrari castings that have come out are very good. They're very good. Because Ferrari and Hot Wheels are very closely working together on these releases. F40 Competizione, which is going to be a super next year. Good luck finding that. I know you won't. If you do, congratulations. But this casting is really good. Much better than the old F40. And then the other basic is the 365 GTB4 Competizione, which is also really nice. The way they did the exhaust there, it's just such a good casting. There is, I believe, the 12 Cylindri coming out very soon. Probably the next, in their like D or E case for the mainline. And I think there's going to be one other Ferrari mainline casting. Judging that there's a Ferrari mini collection with 5 members, and we only got 3 Ferrari castings last year. I don't know. We are getting the F1 cars. Hot Wheels announced recently that Aston Martin and Ferrari will be, F1 cars will be produced next year, so that's cool. A lot of people are asking about that, and they're happening. Premium, we have had the, I actually forgot to bring out one of the premiums. It's the 499P, the standard one. Well, we have the Modificata here, but they did a premium 499P. We also got the La Ferrari here, which was nice. Mine, unfortunately, is a quality issue, little paint chip there. Unfortunate. And then the 250 GTO, which I love. This might be my favorite one they've done just because you got the chrome rims on it. Also came with this really cool hauler. I believe there's some more Ferraris coming. There's the Testarossa coming, and I think an Elite 641 per leaks. But the F50 is here. Here's the chassis. So the F50 itself, there was only 349 of these made, so it's actually the most limited production car that we took a look at today. In terms of, maybe the Koenigsegg was lower. Nah, the Koenigsegg was definitely lower in numbers. It's a Koenigsegg. They probably made like 2. Well, technically, this is a 101 spec. So, okay. From 1995 to 1997, this car was produced. They only made 349. It is a 4.7 liter DOHC V12, and also a 6-speed manual. Like I said, everything except for you have 6-speed manuals. This had outputted 513 horsepower with a top speed of 202 miles an hour. This was the successor to the F40, and it was preceded by the Enzo, which allegedly Hot Wheels is making. I actually don't know. It's some like weird list of, I don't trust those lists. They change every like 2 seconds. Get over just so you can look at it in the light. The sun is beating down on my back right now. So Hot Wheels actually had 2 F50 castings back in the day. They had the Spider, which debuted in 1996, and then the Challenge that debuted in 1999. And the Spider was retired once the Challenge was created. And the old F50 casting is, it's not very great compared to now. It just sat really high, and it looked a bit weird in the front. This thing, look at the... Okay, I'm putting this on the ground. We're doing another stance check. I have to with this one, because this thing looks low. Yeah, that is really low to the ground. Look at that stance. I'm going to keep doing these little stance checks. All right. So it is in red. You do have the interior here. You probably have some engine details in there that... oh, yeah, you have engine details. At least, like, casting-wise. Looks pretty good in there. You have these star wheels here, which are appropriate for a Ferrari. Wish they were maybe chrome, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to beat a dead horse at this point. We have the side mirrors casted on here, which look great. You have the black stripe going down the side. Does that say Pininfarina? I think that probably says What does that say? It looks like it says Pininfarina. I know they designed Ferraris for a while, so that probably says Pininfarina down there. There's the back. Looks great. Actually looks quite fairly... I mean, it's a little grainy, but it's not too bad. So again, they use the dot matrix tampos for Hot Wheels Premiums, which... it is what it is at this point. I'm, once again, not going to be hard. Look at that. You actually think got the... Did you get the horse printed? Oh my gosh, they did get the horse printed in that very small recess there in the grille. That's really cool. Headlights look... Actually, they look really nice. Look like proper headlights. Like proper lensed headlights. Actually, the way they did the deco is nice. Here's your interior. This looks really good. Really good new casting. I love this one a lot. And yeah, and every Ferrari we're going to see is going to be a new casting. I believe the old Ferrari toolings are all long gone due to the passage of time and also the contract ending. But yeah, that's Timeless Icons. Very good set. I like it. The Porsche is a nice execution. It's just, like I said, casting I'm not the most fond of. Koenigsegg, I do like the execution of this one a lot as well. Love the Zesian spec. The 3 new castings are all home run, heavy hitter. Also, oh, there's some blue here. Look at that little blue. I think that's just from, yeah, it's just from the front rivet of the R34. That's normal. You can see, well, actually the other ones don't have back rivet. No, these do. See, there's a little bit of paint there. Yay. I like the set a lot. I think it's really good. It's a very nice set. I have all these Ferraris in the foreground, and the background here is... No, we're going to focus on that. You know what? We're going to focus on this. Set's really good. Really nice way to end car culture for 2025. And, yeah, 2026, we're starting with Japan Historics 5. Then we're moving into, I think it's Thrill Climbers, then Power Trip, and then other assorted sets. But, yeah, very nice way to end the year, and I really like this set. And that is Timeless Icons from Car Culture.